Hey guys, this is Comic Uno and Comic Frontline, and today I'm continuing Mayday's journey, and we're up to issue 26, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Really cool cover. I love this cover. And again, even though, when talking about previous reviews I've said, even though I don't love this story arc, I like it at the same time. I'll get into that as I obviously review this issue. But love this cover. Really cool because we really do get to see who May is in this story arc. Because will she quit being Spider-Girl, as we see, which is just a total montage to issue 50 of Amazing Spider-Man, issue 50 of Amazing Spider-Man, where Peter walks away for the costume for different reasons, which we'll see a lot of that actually. We will see May leave the costume in the same way a lot of times in this series, and this is the first time we do get to see that. And again, we'll see it. We will see this again. But with this issue, we get to see that May has lost her powers, and what does that mean? Peter is actually taking it really hard. You wouldn't think that because Peter wanted May to be saved throughout, maybe the first 15 issues. Peter didn't even want May to be Spider-Girl, so you would think that Peter would be ecstatic, but now he's like, there is no Spider-Person, should I be Spider-Man again? And that's a question that'll come up a lot through the series. Peter will go in the costume a couple of times, so if you miss Spider-Man, this is the series to read, because he does go into costume a couple of times, but he's very rusty, and even Mary Jane says that you do not want to be Spider-Man again, you're very rusty. But Peter wants to do everything in his power to at least get May her powers back, and find out exactly why her powers have gone missing and have not returned yet. So we get to see a lot of that in this issue, and May, day to day, how does she really go through life without a power? She uses her spider sense a lot. Even in basketball, she uses it. She uses it when someone's about to hit her with a tray of cafeteria food. So there's a lot of times she uses her powers, and she realizes it's a blessing and a curse. Because she's so used to her powers, she feels that's, I guess, a curse. And then the blessing part is that she's able to play basketball like the rest of the team. She can play her hardest. She doesn't have to hold back. So that's the blessing of not having these powers. She can maybe create a career for herself that doesn't involve being in spandex. So she could think of another future. So that's something we do get to explore a lot in this issue. And she does go back in the costume in the end of this issue, and she realizes, I can't be Spider-Girl. Can't even swing on a web. And Dark Devil, of course, is attacking her towards the end of the issue, saying, "Why are you doing this? I was proud of you for a second. Now you're fooling around again." And he does not know the whole story about May losing her powers. But I love the Dark Devil and May interactions with each other. So it's always great to see that and see how that evolves throughout the whole series, which it obviously will evolve. And then the secondary story that's going on is Green Goblin, Norman Osborn. He is going to therapy right now, talking about why he wants to kill Spider-Girl pretty much. And in the end, therapy does not work. He escapes, and he's going to kill Spider-Girl. And we are going into one of my favorite issues of Spider-Girl. Even though I don't love this story arc, it brings one of my favorite issues. So, one thing I do love about this issue, though, again, this is just my least favorite story arc for Spider-Girl. Doesn't mean it's a bad story arc, because there is no bad story arc for Spider-Girl. Yeah, this story arc brings who May is, which is really great, and seeing that, yeah, she still does want to be Spider-Girl. That responsibility will put her back into the costume, just as Peter is really thinking about in this issue. You see the parallels of that. As Peter wants to go back in the costume, May is trying to figure out a way to go back in the costume, and you'll see as the arc goes on, she will figure out a way to go back in the costume, even though she doesn't have superpowers for a little while. And I think it's about 5 or 6 issues she doesn't have superpowers, then it goes back. So I think in the next volume, we'll see her get her powers back. But how will that happen will be what you have to decide, which you have to read on about. One thing about this story arc is that it shows the Goblin Spider War in a different light, and really shows the strengths of Spider-Girl, which I'll get into more with my next review with issue 27, because it really shows exactly who May is. And again, you see that in this issue, and you'll see a lot of tidbits of who she is and how she could redeem characters, and she does that a lot with her series. And the first time she redeems her arch nemesis is in the next issue. So I won't spoil any more. But if you're following along, hopefully you guys are. This is Volume 5. We're almost done with Volume 5. We're going to Volume 6 soon. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. I really like this issue. It's great to see May just having a normal day trying to cope with all this. And again, you really go deeper into the character because of it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll have another Mayday's Journey next week for one of my favorite issues. So hope you guys did enjoy. Tell me what you thought about this issue. And then if you're continuing, if you are reading Spire Girl because of this series, hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations. And don't forget to like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.